Welcome to our podcast, where we uncover the most important and interesting stories for you. In this episode, we discuss the journey of heavy metals in chocolate and how they enter our favorite treats. In this episode, we explore the sources of contamination and what it means for consumers. Chocolate is a beloved food, savored by millions worldwide. It is widely used to make a variety of sweets and desserts. However, a recent study has unveiled the presence of heavy metals in chocolates. Does this mean chocolates cannot be used subsequently? It is important to understand how heavy metals end up in chocolates. Chocolate production begins with the cocoa tree, which grows mostly in the tropical regions near the equator. The process involves several steps, each providing a chance for heavy metal contamination. The soil contains high levels of heavy metals absorbed by the cocoa trees. Industrial emissions, vehicle exhaust, and other harmful pollutants released into the air can settle on leaves and cocoa beans. During fermentation and drying, which often occurs on the farm, beans may contact with contaminated surfaces or tools. While essential for flavor development, the roasting process can also concentrate heavy metals already present in the beans. In chocolate factories, additional contamination can occur by using contaminated water or introducing other ingredients that may contain heavy metals. Equipment used in processing, especially if it is old or poorly maintained, can also be a source of contamination. Even after the chocolate is produced, the risk of heavy metal contamination is high. Some packaging materials may contain traces of heavy metals that may leach into the chocolate over time. Various types of metals like lead, cadmium, mercury, and arsenic could potentially contaminate chocolates. The presence of heavy metals in chocolate is concerning because these substances can accumulate in the body over time, potentially leading to health problems. Chronic exposure to heavy metals has been linked to a range of issues, including cognitive impairment, kidney damage, and a higher risk of cancer. However, it is important to note that the levels of heavy metals found in commercially available chocolates are typically very low. Regulatory bodies in many countries set limits on the amount of heavy metals allowed in food products, including chocolates. Although dark chocolate is often praised for its health benefits, it tends to have more heavy metals due to its higher cacao content. While picking out chocolate, it is advised to take a look at the cacao percentage. The higher it is, the more potential there is for heavy metals. Hence, it is advisable to go easy on super dark varieties. It is also worth considering where chocolate comes from, as some regions have more soil contamination than others. Lastly, it is important to stay in the loop about what health authorities are saying about heavy metals in food. By being an informed chocolate consumer, you can continue to indulge your sweet tooth while minimizing potential risks. Also read, Gaza records first polio case in 25 years amid raging state of war. Many manufacturers are working to identify sources of contamination in their supply chains and implement measures to reduce heavy metal levels. This includes working with farmers to improve soil quality, updating processing equipment, and enhancing quality control measures. The presence of heavy metals in chocolate is a complex issue that starts at the cacao farm and continues through the entire production process. As Ashwin Padri, CEO of Equinox Labs, says, while it is a concern that deserves attention, it is important to keep perspective. The levels of heavy metals in commercially available chocolate are typically low and unlikely to cause immediate health effects. However, given the potential for long-term accumulation in the body, it is wise to be mindful of consumption, especially for vulnerable groups like children and pregnant women. That's all for this podcast. Thanks for listening. We have many more such compelling episodes. Enjoy them. Do share your opinions in the comment box and subscribe us to know more.